Hi guys, today is Thursday, October 6th, 2022. I want to come to you with a couple of really exciting things that have really come together for me, and so I hope this is a good time for you too. On the 3rd, so before Yom Kippur, I was feeling really tired on the 3rd, really tired. I felt just really sleepy all day, and just my body felt like it wanted to take about a million naps, and that's not regular for me at all. I'm very, I don't nap at all. I just go to sleep at night and I wake up in the morning, that kind of thing. So very strange for me. And then that night I had a dream about an apple seed and the Lord. And what happened in the dream was I held out my hand, and in my hand there contained, I think it was 5 apple seeds. They were dark in color, like apple seeds are, and I held them out to Jesus, who was in front of me, and Jesus handed me a kaleidoscope, and he put it to my eye, and it wasn't a normal kaleidoscope that had just flat images on the back. It was a kaleidoscope, like a tunnel. The best way to describe was almost like a tunnel of death. And there was images of myself all over the tunnel, and it almost like TV screens, that I was looking around, and I could see all these things that had happened to me in my past, or images of myself, or me in moments. It was weird. It was like a tunnel of me. It was weird. And but anyway, I thought, whoa, this is crazy. And then and the tunnel stretched as far as my eye could see. I could not see the end of the tunnel, which I thought was interesting too. That's the end of that dream. I have more on that later. I'll tell you about it. On the 4th, so this was just after I woke up from the apple seed dream, and on the 4th, I made some grape juice with a couple of our grapevines that we have. My daughter and I made these grape drinks, and we drank those. We thought it would be really fun. On the 4th, I felt really sorrow-filled. I felt almost like I was passing away. And when I looked into that dream, the truth that struck me was that the Lord was asking me to pass my mantle, and looking into Elijah and Elisha, and how Elijah left Elisha his mantle to then pick up where he left off, and then do the work. More on that later, but I was really sad in my spirit, because I was thinking, well, I'm really happy to do this for the Lord. I'll be so sad to leave my family, my earthly family, and I'll be thrilled to be rejoining my spiritual family, but sad, that sorrow-filled, I'm gonna die. I know I'm gonna die, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it. Whatever you want, Lord. The night of the 4th, I went to sleep, and I didn't really sleep that night. It was that was the night of Yom Kippur, so I didn't sleep at all. For some reason, I was up all night long, not wrestling with anything, just wide awake until about 12 o'clock at night, and then it turned 12:30, and then it was 1 o'clock, and then I think I finally drifted off, but it was only for a short time. On the 5th, when I woke up, again, just this feeling of sorrow and sadness just really weighed heavily on me, so much so that I wrote just a little note of what I want done with my earthly possessions and my spiritual possessions when I go. I'm leaving all of my truth to my brothers and sisters in Christ who have wanted to receive the truth, and I was just really handing everything down to my brothers and sisters coming up. That I see these offshoots that are coming up that are beautiful. I mean, they're really truth-containing people, and I want them to be able to receive my mantle, like Elijah when he went into the chariot. And again, I was looking back on my videos that I've done in the past and commenting on them, and seeing how far I went, and even my old videos kind of spoke to me now in the present, and and it was just really fun to look back and just, encourage myself in the past, but in the future, if that makes any sense. So anyway, just really just sorrow and feeling kind of down. And I knew that the Lord was pointing me in the direction of crossing the Jordan. And when I looked into crossing the Jordan, it means really passing from one state to another. So in a sense that you're passing from slave to free, or from you're just passing on to a different state. When Elijah crossed the Jordan, he crossed to another state when he went up in the fiery whirlwind of the chariots. And when Elisha crossed back over, he had a double portion. So his state changed as well. So today is the 6th, and I feel like yesterday or last night, maybe last night, I don't remember my dreams, which is really, not like me, but when I woke up, I was just so excited and just rejoicing. And then there's just this feeling inside and this overwhelming just excitement for, this next period to come. And that really my morning has turned into joy. And I don't have any more of that sorrow. And everything is becoming quite clear today. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that the way the turn of events happened for the last, 2 or 3 days have happened the way they did. And I'm going to make sense of all of this in a moment here. Yesterday I thought we must be taken out of the way, so the mystery of lawlessness will be revealed. Because revelation is the unveiling and revealing of hidden things, the eye-opening from sleep to awake. And I feel like I woke today to a new reality that I was not expecting yesterday. I was thinking that we would be saying goodbye, and we're not. We're saying hello, because what I think he wanted us to do, let me get to my page here, get to the point, girl, is he wanted us to walk with him last night. And this idea of tithing to our brothers and sisters is what he wanted us to do. I think in that is that moment that we said, not my will, but yours, Lord. That is the point that that's where he wanted us. It's almost as if, in Job, and there's a conversation between God and Satan and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we all know the story. So evidently, Satan is wanting to sift Job, and he's wanting to take his life, and he's, puts him through all these tests. I almost feel like that was her last test. I feel like God was saying, no, this one, the truth took in, and she's willing to give it all up. She's willing to tithe it down to her brothers and sisters some of them want to kill her, Cain. And because she has gone through this, and she has given, I really, truly writing down on a piece of paper all the things I want my sisters and brothers to have, and the spirit and the truth and the life, everything. I wanted them to get double fold. I wanted them to be able to have the truth, and I also wanted them to have the power of the life, which is speaking into other people and bringing them healing, and bringing them back to life, and bringing them eyesight and walking, and all these things that Christ did and more. And I think that I think there was someone that was saying, maybe it was the flesh, maybe it was the man flesh, the human flesh, that said she's not willing to give it all up. She wants the glory for herself. And I gotta say, I was thinking, well, if I didn't give this all up, if I didn't, say no, then, I could have all this glory, because I would stay and remain and, all these things. But I didn't want that. What I wanted was to save my brothers and sisters. I wanted, if my giving up my truth saved one of my brothers and sisters, then that was my will, because it would be bringing God glory, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm speaking of spiritual things. I'm so sorry. You guys have got to, I hope you're listening to what I'm saying and hearing me and understanding. because I'm speaking of spiritual things here. So yesterday, between yesterday and today, that was the period, I understand, of crossing over the Jordan. It's turning the tables. No longer is my earthly life worth anything, but my spiritual life is the thing I'm most wanting to give up. I want to give everything inside of me that was worth more than all of the things in the world. I want to give all of them to my sisters and brothers. And that's the illusion that that the world creates. The world creates an illusion, like the money changers. The money changers believed in this, system of earthly money and earthly power with that money, and that is only the illusion. That's the illusion. The reality is what Christ came and brought into being, and we will be able to bring it too, because we receive the double portion. We are Elijah and we are Elisha. We are both. The ones that made the sacrifice yesterday receive both. They receive Elijah's portion and they receive Elisha's portion. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. It's the same thing as when Christ went into the temples and overthrew the money changers. So the overthrowing the worldly currency and instating spiritual currency, Holy Spirit, and truth, which equals the power of life. We have the power of life and death. It's in the tongue. We have it now. Okay, so let me get it a little bit closer here. So the earth reality world becomes illusion, and the spiritual world becomes reality. I spoke a while ago on my videos about turning the inside outside, and that's what's happening. The outside is being blotted out because the earth has housed, this flesh has housed the truth. We have given birth to the truth, which we house inside of ourselves, and we did it through faith because we believed in it when it was spoken to us. Then, hold on, this is there's an opposite side to this, because we get a double portion, remember? So now the spirit, the truth, the spirit of truth that lives inside of us will now, and maybe it was a process that started from the beginning, refining the flesh, the blood, refining the blood that now is turned into a life-giving person. It's the power of life. We now have the power of life. So if someone, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. So this succession, this idea of succession, from Elijah to Elisha, changing a name. So he's, instead of being Elijah, now he's Elisha. It's the same thing as when Jacob wrestled with God and he became Israel. It's the same thing. So we're saying goodbye to our old self, and we're taking on a new name. We've crossed the Jordan. The new name is power of life. The power of life, that's who we are now. We keep the power of truth, because it's inside of us, and we birthed it, and it's become, and it's in its fullness, its full state now. So now with those foundation principles, elements that we've believed in have grown to their maturity, and now they're giving life to the power of truth. The power of life. Now we have the power of life. We are able. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so next is, so I heard the word changing guard this morning. So turning the tables, that's what it's about, turning the tables. And then I heard come about, and I remember in the end of Titanic, remember the movie Titanic, and remember, I can't remember, Kate Winslet is in the water, Rose was in the water, and they passed her by the first time, and she didn't say anything, and then when they started turning away and rowing away from her, and she's in the water, and she runs over and grabs the whistle, and she starts blowing it really hard, and remember the guy in the boat? He crosses over. Oh my word, have I seen the word crossover? How many times? Cross over the Jordan, crossover in the sky, crossover everywhere I turn around. And again, turn around, crossover. So he he's hearing her, blowing her whistle, and he says, come about. So that means turn around, come back, and go back over. And that is exactly what happened to us yesterday. That's what happened to us. That's what happened to us yesterday. The Spirit crossed over us again and gave us a double portion. No longer just in truth, but also in life. Whoa. Well, I'm so excited about this. I looked into the words Elijah and Elisha, and Elijah is Yah is God. So that represents, to me, the truth. The truth is God. The Word is God. Okay? So what was inside of us is God. We know that because we've been trained up in it for what? The last, 9 years? Okay. Then I looked up the word Elisha, and it says God is salvation. And remember, salvation comes through the blood. And the blood is the covenant. And it's in us. It's through the truth that brings life to salvation, which is in us, which we are able to manifest to other people. If you see someone that is hurt or, we now, through the power of the truth, because we now, through the Spirit, we can hear really well. We hear the Spirit says, go over there. I'd like you to put your hands on that man, and I want you to ask him if he'd like to get well and tell him to get up and walk away. This is what I'm saying. We have the ability to now hear this and do it because it's manifesting through us. How exciting is this? This is bringing the kingdom down. It's bringing the kingdom to earth. Okay. So I've seen the miracle of healing like this because I know it's one of my gifts. I was told 2 weeks ago, which I should have made a video about this. 2 weeks ago, I was in the Caribbean, or maybe a month ago, something like that. I was the end of August, to be precise. I was in the Caribbean, and I had a dream that there was an angel in front of me, or a celestial being of some sort, and she, I would not let her go. And darn it, I wrote it down. it can't come to my mind. I'm so excited right now. I wouldn't let her go until I asked her, I remember, the first thing I asked her was, how do I, what's my gift? What do I do here? Like, what am I supposed to be making a lot of money? How do I make money? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? What's the big new invention? And she said, your gift. And I said, well, tell me what my gift is. And she tried to go, and I said, please, I'm not going to let you go until you tell me what my gift is. And so through her mind, she said, your gift is healing. And so I let her go, and there she went. Okay, so this is the way I've seen the miracle of healing, like this. So the Spirit has brought life into the flesh, the earthly flesh, through truth. And we believed in the truth through our faith. Through our faith, we accepted the truth. It came into us. It grew. Full form. Then, now the truth, the power of the truth gives birth to the flesh. Because we gave birth to the truth now gives birth to the flesh. So that's how it heals itself. That's the manifestation of the sons of God. Boom, right there. Okay. So I've seen the miracle of healing like this. The Spirit has brought life into the flesh through the truth. Then an accident happens in front of you, and then the Spirit tells you to go over and help or ask if they want to be healed. And then they say, yes, of course I do. These days they'd say, of course I do. What? I don't have any legs. What the heck? So then the Spirit says, through you, be healed, go home. So poof, in that moment, the power of the Spirit of life is manifested, and the power of healing is able to come out from within you into another person. It is the same as speaking the truth to another person. It's the same thing. So when you speak to someone and they say, and there's going to be plenty of doubters and they will not receive healing, got it. But the ones that do hear and they do believe, they will be healed. They will be healed. Just like the truth that rests in you and me, and we know it. We know it's not according to church-taught doctrine. You know it's true. Okay. It's because you believe that it will manifest its power in you. And we know that we already have the foundation, which is truth. But now we're going to build upon it with the mighty miracles the Spirit of life manifests through us. So we've got a good foundation in the truth, and now it's time to build upon it. And we do that through speaking out, boom, the truth to other people. Through, boom, miracles manifesting in other people. This is what Jesus was able to do. Look it up. Look it up. Okay, so Elijah and Elisha, 2 bodies, 1 man. It represents the spirit body and the flesh body. It's a reflection of body and body image. Reflection is an image is illusion. Illusion is flesh of the world. Elijah. Flesh of the world, Elijah. Or flesh of truth inside of us. Elijah. Truth inside of us, Elijah. Got it? Also, we receive Elisha. So the spirit of the power of life inside of us manifests. We get a double portion. We are Elijah and Elisha. We get a double portion. We get 2. We get 2 mantles. Not just the inside, but the outside. So whatever you've invested in on the inside, this is beautiful, Lord. I cannot even believe you put this out there. Whatever you've believed in, whatever you've entrusted in, it becomes. You get to be that. If you only invest a little bit, then you receive a little bit. If you invested a lot of it, then you're going to receive a boatload. Because remember, we give Christ 1 hand and he gives us 2 back. Remember? Remember when we refined the truth? Remember when we brought the half-truths to the Lord? And we said, look, Lord, I've got this in front of me. I'm supposed to go to church every week in a building. Every week in a building. What do you think about that? And the Lord says, okay, well, for you, I want you to meet with me, but not once a week and not in a building. I want you to meet with other people. I want you to speak my truth forth. Church isn't where you go. It's people. So that's what I'm saying. These little things that we've built upon, and we've actually done them because we believe. I'm done. I'm just done on that whole, church taught doctrine. I'm not doing it. I believe every word he said because it's already come true. It's manifesting. It is already manifesting. Okay. Okay, breath. The body of truth is within, and the body of truth is reality. We believe it's reality, so it will manifest itself on the outside. It gives birth to the flesh. The spirit flesh, it gives birth to the spirit flesh. And it's that moment where the first miracle happens, boom, it's done right then. Boom, that's the beginning. Remember when the Spirit first spoke to us? Remember that? And it was contrary to what we've been taught. And we were like, wait a minute, no, this can't be. That's the moment of awe. When you're like, I cannot believe I healed this person. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Yes, it is I believe, therefore it becomes. And it is no longer I believe I hear the Spirit. It's I know I hear the Spirit. I do know I hear the Spirit. I know his voice. I know what he sounds like. And I better well do it when he says. I know I hear the Spirit. I know I house the truth. Those principles. If you know those deep inside, look out, because we're going to start bringing the kingdom down. It's through the I know that it makes it possible. It's not, well, I guess maybe. No, that's not it. That will not do it. You need to know it. And you know it through faith. It was a process. It was a refining process when we accepted the first truth. It took time. Remember? We had to learn the language. Now it's easy, it comes. Easy. Boom, we're fluent in it. But it'll take some time to understand how to wield the power of the life. Okay. So anyway, our final key was yesterday, I believe. It was laying down our life for our brothers through sacrifice. It's another word for tithing. And God needed to know, and I know he knows everything, but we still have free will. He needed to know that we were willing to give it all up. If it meant that others would receive life. he needed to know for sure. Sorry, I had to just write something down really quick. He needed to know for sure our heart was in for our brother, and that we would not walk in Cain's footsteps in order to receive God's favor. It is almost like Christ in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he went in and tried by Pilate and tried by these people, and he had the ability to come off that cross and to be taken as a king of this world forever and ever. We had that opportunity yesterday, last night, for the last 3 days. When we walked into the temple, we said, nope, Lord, I'd like to be the one that takes all of the sins. I'll take them all on. I'll give up my life, my truth, everything I own, my belongings, everything. I'll give it all up. If it means just one of these will be saved, not one will be lost, did he say. Not one will be lost. Okay, so laying down your life for your brothers is crossing the Jordan. Tithing to our brothers is sacrificing. What we own in truth to our brothers is sacrificing when we will it. And if God knows we were 100% willing to do it in the Spirit, we've crossed over the Jordan. Crossing over the Jordan is passing from one state to another, from slave to free, from Azazel to wilderness goat. So yesterday was a test. Were you willing? Did you say, your will, not mine, Lord? I'm willing to give up everything. Then everything will be yours. Presenting it to them, tithing it to them. Think of Jacob and Esau. Remember when Jacob gave a tenth of everything to Esau, who was a hairy beast and a wild animal, because he didn't know any better? Do you remember that? Jacob is a perfect example. He's giving up. He didn't give everything he owned, because that's what Christ did. He gave everything. He gave all of his truth. He gave up his spirit to us, all of us. So now comes the double portion, which I didn't know. I really thought we were, that was the end, passing the mantle. Then we would be the hairy beast, or maybe we would just die. I don't know. They're talking about all this, crazy stuff in the world, but we should keep our eyes on things in the spirit, in the kingdom. Okay, so if we give it to God, he restores double for your sacrifice. Remember Job? He received double back. Double. Think of Jacob and Isaac. Remember when he was going to sacrifice his only descendant? Can you imagine if you only had one truth to give? Only one that you had believed in, and you were willing to give that up in order to receive nothing? I mean, death? Giving up your mantle? Saying, I've tasted of the kingdom, I'm not going to taste of it anymore? No, that'd be horrible. But we have so much. We have been given so much, and we were willing to give it all up, all of it. Okay, passing over the river Jordan is passing up out of the sea of glass. It's the same thing. When we come up out of the sea of glass, it's the sea of mirrors. A mirror. Elisha. Spirit, flesh, mirrors. Spirit, flesh. It's a mirror. When we come up out of that, we receive what we saw in the spirit, we receive in the physical. Oh, wait, just you wait. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so what's inside comes out and gives us new name. So truth, light, love, we're restored and we take a new name. I'm so excited for this next period. Now, what's happening next? Okay, let's listen. Think about this. Take it to the Lord. Now we're just looking for the opportunity to heal and listening for the Spirit to call. If the Spirit calls and you see an opportunity, I'm so excited. Post them down below. I cannot wait to see and hear what the Lord's doing. I'm so excited about this. So we're actually the second-born and the firstborn. So now the firstborn, the truth, will serve the second-born. The second-born will be the flesh. So the truth serves the flesh, giving it a second portion. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I'm really excited. So I think God wanted us to be sure we were all willing to give it up. And we we did. Hopefully we did. We gave up our mantle and the ability to do miracles, world recognition, fame, glory, all of that for his glory, for our brothers to say, you know what, because I received this, I'm willing to give it all up so they can be saved. We said, no thanks. I'm passing on world recognition, fame, starlet, my own glory. I'm willing to give it all up. And in doing that, we passed. We said, no thanks, I don't want all the worldly glory. So by giving it all up, all the truth that we have made and stored, it saves my brother, Cain, who wanted to kill you and probably did kill you in spirit form. It brings God more glory. And if it brings God more glory, I'm willing to do it. I'm in. That's the true sacrifice on Yom Kippur. And that's the one he was looking for. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I'm so excited for this next period to come. Oh my goodness. Blessings to you and yours. As I always say, take it to the Lord, pray on it, and see what he does, and maybe manifest something in you. So I'm just so excited about this. I hope everybody is having a brilliant day and a wonderful life. And because I know I'm going to look back on this video in years to come, I'm going to say, bring me a dream tonight, future self. and leave a comment below, future self. And anyway, really excited about this next period. All right, love to all, and God bless.